Hey y'all. I got this it is Thursday, and I saw the other day, a couple of days ago, that Vampire Survivors is now on Game Pass. This is a very cheap game that I am getting for free. And hey Jayhawk, and I want to try it out and shit. And by the way, you might not be able to hear anything. I'm pretty sure. Yep. See, you can't hear that, so we are good. I might have to adjust the volume once we're actually in game because there is no music on this menu, so I have no frame of reference for adjusting it just yet. Before we get going, let me go through a few cards as I like to do. First off, did you hear about official Twitch shoutouts? Apparently, there's now shoutouts. I saw this the other day on I'm Glower's channel. He gave me a shout out. So you know what? Let me give him a shout out back. Now I'm not sure if this shout out. I'm not sure really how this works yet. Whether it like stays there for the whole stream. There it is. It's in chat. From what I understand, it should like appear at the top or something, similar to like an anchored post, and make it so that people can see the shout out there for a while. I'm not really clear the details, and it seems like, well, at least in my person, hell yeah, shout out to him, to the one person that attends his every stream. Yep, yep. That I was thinking that Jayhawk, it is true that you know him very well, so it's not maybe the most effective shout out, but a shout out nonetheless. And hey, if it does stick around at the top, which I'm not really sure how that works, from what I can tell, it doesn't seem to do anything if you actually already follow the person. So maybe like we would have to wait and see if someone came by who doesn't follow Glower to find out how it works. I haven't actually seen it in action for a person that I do not already follow. It just pops up for like 10 seconds. Really? That's not very many. That's not very many. Just 10 seconds? Oh, wow. They should make it longer because otherwise it's just like you blink and you miss it. Anyway, I can also give a like I can also do the, shout out I'm Glower the regular style, which does this thing, with my command. Whoever is in chat can easily hit the follow button. That's good, yeah. I suppose maybe it's a little more. I don't know how it compares like to the original. I think like the way you would want to rig it up is to have it so that the the chat bot also pings off the same command that Twitch uses, or maybe the chat bot gives the Twitch command. I'm not sure how exactly that'll work, but we'll look into that in the coming days. Next thing is the stream anniversary. That's Wednesday. Next Wednesday, stream anniversary. Let me run over those plans once more, real quick. You like my Nightbot command for it? Thank you. The stream anniversary is November 2nd. Starting early, I'm going to say 6 p.m. Central Time, and going late. I'm going to do viewer worlds, which are like viewer levels, but I play as many levels as I can until until 15 minutes passes per viewer. And then after, I'll do Sonic Adventure 2 Battle with a 5 life limit, switching back and forth between games. I'm also thinking some sort of sub goal for a Mario Party thing and a Sonic 2, the movie, watch party. And I'm thinking it might be both at once. I'm not sure if that'd be fun or not, but I like to play games while watching movies. And I'll turn the volume real low and we can, do both. I think we can watch a movie and play a game. That is possible for me. I can do that. That'll be what the sub goal is. And maybe that's just how we'll do watch parties in the future. I do like multitasking in that way. And maybe that would be a little more natural for me than to just full focus on a movie, which is what the previous two watch parties were. Again, next Wednesday, look for it. That's right, Mario Party. I'm thinking like 10. 10, 15, or 20 subs would be appropriate. I have not quite decided. And those will be out on N64 Online at that point. I'm not sure if we'll be able to like do the online part just because it kind of seems like that might be flaky. It might be really badly performing, but that might be a thing where viewers can get in and party along while we're watching the movie, depending if y'all have N64 Online and are interested in that sort of thing. We'll see. First come, first serve if we do that. Also, that might tank the stability. One more piece of business. My next level is halfway done, and it has a new name as well. So I've over the last few days since the last Mario Maker stream, I've actually made a ton of progress on my next level, and it now has a name. It's now called Meteor Meltdown. That is the name of it. It is the third level in the Koopaverse world, and Meteor Meltdown, and the plot and sort of like the way the description will be written will be that some sort of magical reactor or something has gone awry and like basically heated up this asteroid and exploded stuff such that it became a desert. You know, sort of like a nuclear type accident, except with magic, which makes sense considering there's a lot of like magic Koopas running around there. I think that'll be cool. Also, it explains like the weird sandstone ruins. That's just like weird occult laboratory stuff that's just been exploded out into space, basically, is the premise of that. It's come out real well. You can see I posted a few clips of it to Twitter if you see that, including one where I just went full speed, like speedrun style, which I think the routing for that it has some spots where you have to do some real bullshit to get through in like the fastest time possible, or actually it might be faster realistically to take a mushroom earlier on and just damage boost through some stuff. You know, I'm sure people speedrunning the level going for the world record will figure that out in time. In any case, it's fun, whether you're going fast or going slow, which is what I'm looking for in Mario Maker. Anyway, that's enough for the up top stuff. Time to play Vampire Survivors. I'm going to hit start. We got one character to start out with. Gains 10% more damage every 10 levels. Alright. How's this? Let me... Okay, I can pause. Good, okay. That seems pretty good. I now have a different thing that I can use to test. Maybe just a little bit less. There we go. Alright, let's go. Vampire Survivors. I've not played this game. Let's do it. Okay, so... Okay, yeah, it's automatic attacks. I forgot about that. So I'm just moving around, automatically attacking every such and such seconds. And I gotta collect the stuff. Okay. I'm learning. Also, you know what? It is set up so that if y'all wanna, like, do Twitch stuff, it is Twitch integrated. Wait, do I have to use the mouse? That's kind of weird. I'm a little confused. Twitch integration is set up, by the way, if y'all want to, like, hit, like, A, or B, or C. You guys will do a thing. I am really not sure what's going on here. Do I have to click? Do I have to use the keyboard? I am really confused about this. Okay, I'm attacking in both directions now, and I have a book. Oh, we got a Skull Swarm. That's not quite what I see in chat, but go figure. Maybe it's weirder when you know, don't have quite the, you know, volume of people chatting. All right. All right. Am I doing something wrong here? or is like Twitch chat supposed to select my weapons if I have the Twitch mode enabled? The thing. Maybe I should disable this because I'm really not sure. You guys, try putting in 1 or 2 or something and see what happens. I think you were a little late on that one. You did the 3 right as the thing went down. Let's see, treasure. Maybe the Twitch mode, the Twitch integration, we should just do it normal style so I can get like the vanilla experience before I fuck around with that stuff. Base damage of whip. Do it. 7, 6. I swear, you must be able to select this normal. 1. I see a 1 in chat. Let's see what happens. 1. Okay. I think you guys are selecting weapons for me. So, please choose good ones, I guess. Oh god, there's bats! That's not good. You don't want that. Do I need to get out of this? Oh, jeez. I also wonder how much the latency, like, comes into play, right? Like, there is, you know, not that high latency, I think. A free passive would be lovely, by the way. Oh, a shooting star? Well, what is a shooting star? Okay. Let's see. Raises inflicted damage, armor, King Bible. 1 would be lovely. Yeah. Let's see. Yep. Alright, I'm really low. I'm really close to death here. But I am trying my best in this game. What was that? Oh, shooting star is a good thing. It hits enemies or something. We like shooting. Jeez, that was a little close. Okay. I like when the whip goes both ways, so I don't really have to focus on which direction I'm facing. I just have to walk and... Let's see. A lot of new stuff here. Eat chicken to restore health. I'll if I see any chicken. I don't think anyone got in that time. Alright. Look out for chicken. I see a log. That's not chicken, though. You're on mobile, so can't participate? Gotcha. I think, as far as, like, participation might go, I think it's just literally you put in chat messages, by the way. So, like, if you can chat, I think you can affect what happens. Oh, but the latency is a problem. Yeah. Okay, I died. You want to go again, or should I play it normal style where I can actually choose the stuff? Yeah, that's right, the mobile delay. Let me go into the... We might do that again later, but let's first... we'll first start out with just the normal style so I can get we'll switch it back if we get more chatters. Absolutely, yeah. That sounds like a good idea. Also, if I, like, you know, come to understand what this game is, how you play it. I was really confused about the part where I wasn't choosing any items, but, you know, it makes sense. Now that we've done it, that, Alright, here we go. We're actually choosing stuff now. Let's get knife. Knife's pretty good. Look at that. I'm knifing these guys. Also can be used to go attack down of me and up of me in directions that I can't, like, whip. Pretty good. Pretty good game feel. Let's see. What does the axe do? When does the axe appear up? Oh, there it goes. Does that attack like everyone that's lower than me? Pretty much. That's pretty nifty. Let me see. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does. Oh yeah. Look at that. Also, like, slightly above would also do the trick. Oh, geez, that bat really fucking... The blue bat, you just don't want to fuck with the blue bat. Ooh, that bat had an item. Too many guys, though. Well, I want that item. Ooh, we gotta level up. Whip, I guess. Let's do whip. The highlight bat is a boss that has a lot of HP. Gotcha. Gotcha. So, like, we see highlights. Ooh, we got, like, a bunch of stuff in that chest. A triple? Oh, is it a matter of luck whether you get, like, 1 or 2 or 3 things in the chest? Ooh, that's nice. We got a good chest there, then. Let's do Santa water. Santa water? Is that really what that was? Santa water? Probably holy water. Not Santa water. Chicken? There's chicken! Oh, I see the chicken! I'm walking towards the chicken here. I got the chicken. Also, I think it's really cool how there's just like a burst of like knives now. Just in the direction I'm going. That's really cool. Gotta get the King Bible going. Okay, I you know, I'll say I wasn't like watching it. I wasn't really sure, like, I have seen streams of this, right? I wasn't really sure like how cool it'd be, but I could see how you get used to playing a bunch of this and how fun it is. Let's get more damage. This is just a good time. It feels good. And, it's harrowing in just the right way. Also, music still is somewhat nice. Magic wand. Magic wand going. Oh yeah. This is the stuff. There's another bat. I gotta kill the bat. A lot of fellas here. I think I can fuck him up from below with the axes. I think that'll be good. Ooh, I think I killed it. You only get 5 weapons and 5 items. You can match up those slots, but you can only level those ones up. So early game, you're locking in your build. Okay, that's good to know. So basically, there are some cases where you don't want to get a new weapon. You instead want to focus on one that you have and hope to get a better weapon later on. Gotcha. What do I have right now? Oh, I might already have 5. I guess like 5 additional weapons, including the whip. So I already have my 5 then. It is Santa water. Santa water is a weird... I don't think I like Santa water so much. I feel like that is not doing it for me. But let's get more axe. Like, I'm not sure, like, how many enemies are really stepping into Santa water. It's funny to me that it actually is called Santa water. I thought it was I thought I misread it. First couple times I said Santa water, like, that can't be right. That's not what it's called, but it is. It is what it's called. Look at all these blue gems. Let's, augment max health. That sounds good. I like the knives a lot. I think the knives are cool. Just like a like rain of daggers. In fact, let's get more daggers. Fuck it, let's just go all out on daggers. Uh-oh. Bunch of flowers here. Cut our way out. Well, these flowers don't seem to be attacking. But they're so tough. I'm having trouble like piercing a hole in the wall. Okay, good. They're temporary. They go away after enough time. Ooh. What should we get now? Let's just get more spinach. You think Santa water is like gamer water? You know what I mean? Like, you just like... It's like Santa's bathwater? Is that a cursed image? Santa's bathwater? That is what it is, though. You hope not? Oh, you know what? I'm not drinking it. The enemies are drinking it, and you know what? From the looks of it, they don't like it. It does light on fire, after all. Santa water. Ooh, we got a chest. But it's surrounded by guys. Let me just gonna walk away and, once we get around. Yeah, we should be able to get through. Oh, God. Nope. Oh, damn it. Careful of your health. You're touching more enemies than you know. Gotcha. Yeah, I need to be careful about these hitboxes. What's that? What's the blue thing? Ooh, it... I might be dead. I might be dead right now. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, I'm just getting so much stuff. Reduce damage. Reduce damage. Ooh! Another King Bible, please. It's me, the Bible King. By the way, I did start this stream with the intent... I could go check out other Game Pass games tonight, as well as this one, but if we're having fun with this one, might as well just dig the fuck in. Honestly. Oh, that's a lot of bets. I do have other cards, so, like, maybe each one I die, I'll pull one of those up. Game Pass is goated, yeah. I'll tell you, like, 3 of my top 5 favorite games this year are from Game Pass, and they're like fucking real good ones too. Like I love Tunic, I loved Nobody Saves the World, and I loved Tinykin. And you know what? This game is also quickly might also get up on that list now that I'm playing it, and it is also on Game Pass, though not day 1, of course. This was day whatever. Of those games, there's also, I think Marvel Snap is up there for me. I've been having a great time with Marvel Snap since it came out last week. And, Neon White. I was looking at the list of games for this year and trying to think, like, which ones are, like, ahead of... Which one do you think is, like, the runner-up, is, like, the contenders for Game of the Year right now? Right now, I'm thinking... And between those 5 games, I think it's a tough choice, is what I think. But I think I'm coming out Neon White is my favorite right now of those. With a runner-up, maybe Marvel Snap, and then I think the order would be Ooh, is it Tunic or is it Nobody? Tunic or Nobody, and then Tinykin at 5. I think is the order I would go for right now. But also, I'll say, like, when I towards the end of the year, when I do my Game of the Year stuff, this 5? 5! Wow, it goes up to 5, huh? That's pretty sick. When I do Game of the Year stuff, I like to... Fucking hell, that's good. Do, whip. I like to, when I do my Game of the Year stuff, I like to, like, revisit the games that I am, like, feeling strongly for. And that helps, like, compare them against one another, right? Like, going from one to the next in short succession over the course of, like, December. And we'll probably stream some of that as well. I actually did stream some of that process last year. It's sort of an odd stream that, you know, some people tuned in for. And hell, you know, that was a year ago. I have a lot more followers now, a lot more folks watching. That'll be a fun stream in December time. You know, help crystallize Game of the Year thoughts, playing a bunch of the best games of the year, you know, back to back. You know, I'll do like some Nobody Saved the World new game plus. I'll play some Tinykin. Maybe we'll do like a new file of that. We'll play some Tunic. Probably another new game plus. Yeah, we'll play some Neon White. We'll play some. I'll figure out a way to stream Marvel Snap because I will have to do. I will show that off at some point, but. I will say Marvel Snap is, I think, a hard game to stream just because so much of it is contingent on you learning all the cards. And, like, as you play it, because you've been... Oh, this is a tough... Okay. It's so contingent on you, like, learning all the cards that, it might not make sense if you're just watching along and you haven't played it yourself. You know. That said, it is, like, very quickly becoming a thing I am, like, daily doing. Ooh, this is tight. There's a hole in their defenses, though. I'll just go ahead and squeak out. Does this go off in, like, infinite, like... If I kept walking, would it be bad or good? I imagine that's not, like... It's, like... I'm gonna say a weird comparison. It's like Minecraft, where there's just an infinite space to explore, but unlike Minecraft, maybe no biomes or nothing. That is a huge praying mantis, you're right. Let's do Magic Wand, more Magic Wand stuff. There's so many skeletons. This game... Each match of this lasts 15 minutes, right? So we are about 3.5 minutes from, like, finishing the run. I like the dagger a lot. The dagger, like, makes it so that you're kind of clearing in the direction you're walking, which is pretty convenient. It's also very flexible. You could use it for, like, attacking back if you liked, or to pop back for a second. You think they're 30 minutes? Are they 30 minutes? I thought they were 15, but okay. Shit. Maybe we're not so close. I thought I heard 15. If it's 30, that's a lot longer than I thought, because what I heard was that, you know, with each of these sessions, you know, like, about how long it'll take you. So you can really just get in for the long run and just shoot to clear it. You know what I'll say? I'll say we'll see in a couple of minutes here. You know what? Why don't we see a card? I haven't done any cards recently because I've been doing it. Been listening to the Shriekcast also known as The Shrieking Shack, the podcast, and it's a Harry Potter reread podcast for Last Fans, and they just finished rereading Twilight. Well, reading for the first time, really. They did a weird, funny thing where one of them would read the original Twilight, and the other one would sync it up with the Edward retread that retells the story from Edward's perspective. And that book, the new book, seems like really weird insofar as like, oh yeah, it really doesn't make things better. It often doesn't explain like what the context were, so you know, the host that was reading that one was like, I didn't remember what happened in the original Twilight since I read it like 20 years ago, and it just didn't explain like what the scene was. It was just like, oh, I talked to... There was a lot of cases apparently where, oh god, there's so many ghosts. A lot of cases where they weren't getting enough context, but they ended up really liking the movie. Movie actually turned out to have a lot of the fixes that they even suggested themselves reading through the book, like, oh yeah, there should be a villain earlier on, or oh yeah, you really shouldn't like reveal that Edward is a good vampire. That kind of robs some of the tension early on. And it turns out when they watch the movie, it's like, oh yeah, the villain of the movie is early on, is introduced. The enemies rank up in a plateau-like structure. You mean like if I walk outward, they get tougher? Oh, I see. Okay, I was... okay, oh, you mean like... Do you mean over time or over, like, location? I guess when you said plateau, I was thinking Breath of the Wild plateau. Based on the timer. Right. Anyway, Twilight. There was a joke they did in that podcast talking about, like, oh, this book needs like a dark villain character. It needs Crownorl, the Soul Taker. And it turns out in the movie, the villain is introduced in the first half, so you don't need Crownorl in the movie. There's also a lot of other improvements, and it's more cappy fun, and they had a really good time watching the movie. I was thinking maybe I should watch the movie at some point. I did think about doing it as a watch party, but it's not on Amazon Prime anymore, so you know, can't watch Twilight movie. Unfortunately, I would like to see it at some point now that I've listened to a podcast going over like it chapter by chapter. I think that would be really curious. Anyway, would recommend The Shrieking Shack, one of my favorite podcasts, for sure. Really fun listen. They have really good insights as they are reading, you know, either Harry Potter or you know, whatever they're reading this time. Let's see. Let's get new stuff this time. Pichon. What is this? That's... Oh, wow. This is like a... Wait. There's a circle going around, right? Okay, yeah. Circle. That's what I'm aiming at. This is kind of like a Parry the Parallel Bird situation. I guess this game is entirely very similar to Parry the Parallel Bird, Donkey Kong Country 3 enemy, actually, if I'm thinking about it. Like, this game is all about maneuvering around and, you know, sending out projectiles that are just based on, like, where you are, locationally. Huh. I wonder if I'm the first one to make that connection between Parry the Parallel Bird and Vampire Survivors. If someone else has made that connection, please let me know. I'd be interested. I kind of bet I have. I was liking the knife last time, so let's get the knife again. Okay, I gotta... Hard to, like, keep the circle in enemies for, like, a long period of time. I wonder if this is actually not very good, this bird. right, let's try to get a. Ooh, I kind of like a crown. Crown's fun. Let's get crown. Bats. Is there like speed up at some point? Do you get like? We are getting worked pretty hard here, I will say. Come on, you guy. What we really need right now is another whip so that we're whipping in both directions. That's the next thing I would like. What does that do? Wonder. Nope. No, I'm dead. That was not a great run. Let's see. Should I be looking at this stuff like this? Is this information like helpful? I guess I can see that damage per second. Yeah, the Peachone was actually doing better than the knife there. Actually, if I'm looking at the stats. And the whip was obviously the MVP there. I think the knife gets better as you get more knives. Like, significantly so. Really scales well. What's power up? Wait. Ooh, let me... Yeah. Okay. What is this? How does this work? Is this permanent? Okay, let's magnet. Is this permanent or temporary? Either way, let's go ahead and do another run. First, let me pull up a timer. Y'all ever see how young some people are? I don't mean this to be like to say that that's bad or nothing, just that whenever I see someone being really young out there, I feel really old. You know what I mean? And it makes me think about when I was a kid, when I was a young lad, and I was looking around going like, oh man, all the people on like the forums that I'm on, like the message boards, the admins or whatever, they're all in college. And I, as a young lad, was really put off by that. I was like, oh man, I feel like if I talk about high school stuff, they're gonna think I'm just some little fucking kid. And now, you know, 15 years later, 17 years later, like 17 years later, I can say as an adult, like, nah, man, that's not what we're thinking. Whenever we see a little kid, see someone younger, all we're thinking is like, God damn, I'm old. God damn, some people are young. Fires at a random enemy. Okay, let's do that. That sounds like a good deal. All I think is like, God damn, man. I guess that goes to show, like, it's like that thing in it's like that thing in the Buffy. You know, there's an episode of Buffy where Buffy gets the ability to read minds, and she thinks for a second, and she's just running around reading people's minds, and at the end she spoils is the wrong word. She prevents Jonathan from killing himself, and one of the things he says is, everyone thinks I'm a loser. And Buffy, having just come off of just reading everyone's mind, realizes like, no man, they don't think about you at all. Everyone's thinking about themselves, and that's it. They're thinking about themselves and no one else. Other people do not enter people's minds so much. Any thought to the contrary is just like insecurity in action, right? It's just insecurity, man. And like, you know, when I was young, like I said, I felt young. You feel young when you're young, and you feel like, oh, I want to catch up. You know, I want to get to an older age. And now that I am old, I will say, it's not a big deal. You know, it's just a thing. It wasn't as much of a big deal as I thought it was. No one cares, and also, you know, now it's your legs hurt on occasion, your knees will give you shit, and you start to see gray hairs, That's a whole fucking thing. Okay, let's get more whip. How many? Just the one. Just the fire rod. All right. I think the bird thing is a little hard to use. The bird bomber. Wings. Ooh, I want that. Look at this. Oh, and it gives you a little, like, Symphony of the Night trail behind you. Ooh, look at this. We're really trucking now. Anyway, definitely been thinking a little bit about that. I saw some folks online that was, like, celebrating a 17th birthday, and I was like, God damn, wow. To be that young, and to have, you know, I feel like I've known some people for, like, years and years, and I'm young, man. I've been on the internet a long time. I do not recommend looking for the things I have said, though. You know, I the other day, I did a search for a quote from a Plinkett video, and there was one result, and it was a thread that I had started 20 years ago or something. Not 20 years ago. Plinkett reviews were like 10 years ago. So yeah, like 10 years ago. I didn't even say the line in the thread. Literally someone else said it, but still, no. I guess that's just like, you know, when people are operating on the same bandwidth, the same wavelength, you know. You'll find yourself while just looking for a thing that you want to see because you're into that sort of thing. Get really big attacks. Would not recommend. I will say I said some stuff. I've said a lot of stupid stuff in my life. And I think in this modern era, you do get to say stupid stuff when you're a teenager. It's allowed, and it's cool, and no one cares. And well, I will say I also said some stupid stuff while I was a college student. I think that college students are allowed to say stupid stuff as well. You're allowed to be dumb as a kid, I guess is what I'm getting at. Let's do Fire Wad, more damage. That's right, lightning. Fire Rod. Very good. Still, I guess there are certain things about being older that are nice, like living alone is nice. You know, I don't have to deal with you know, I'll say, like, once I moved out of my parents' place, relations between, you know, like, me and my parents become a lot more, like, amicable. Because, like, you don't have to deal with my shit every day. I don't have to deal with your shit every day. We just see each other on occasion, and, you know, we're all chill whenever that happens, normally, mostly. You know, no longer is anyone getting on my case about, like, sleeping habits. I have to be on my own case for that. And that makes the relationship between us a lot more easygoing. Also, obviously, yeah, you don't have to deal with that sort of. You can whip and bolt in the same direction twice if you turn around real fast, huh? That's interesting. More fireballs. I'm just gonna try and, like, not moving that much for a second. Worked pretty well. these plants and the fireballs are sort of a weird anti-synergy. Anti-synergy? Doesn't work that well against them because, let's add some orb stuff. Because, they can randomly fire in that direction, and that really does you no good. Look at this. Yeah, you can totally, like, double whip if you turn around just the right time. That's interesting. Let's open the treasure chest. Just one. Just one. Not gotten great luck on this run. I don't think. Maybe I'm not sure, like, if you're like slow to ramp up and you like wait to get items and wait to get like weapons. I wonder if you get like better weapons later on. If that's how it works. So if you want to like risk reward, right? That's an important thing in games. If you want to like get some risk reward going and like save your picks for later on, maybe you'll get better stuff. Let's get more movement speed, but first I'm going to talk a little bit more about Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap card game. I don't know if anyone else is playing it, but I've been having a great time last week playing it. It's just fantastic. I love how there's like randomness in every match, but also there's like regular events and stuff that introduce new locations. Location is like one of the main ways in which the randomness plays out. And basically when that happens, a random location will be like more likely for like a day or two. And that really changes what kind of decks you can justify running and what sort of stuff will be strong, you know? And that really makes it interesting day to day because things are just constantly changing. It feels really smart in that way, just like... Apparently, what I hear is how it works is that when they introduce a new location, it is a hot location, and also every Sunday, there is a hot location. So, you know, between those two things, there's always going to be something new to be playing around, right? And to be like strategizing around. And that makes it really fucking satisfying. Today's thing, or like the other, I say today, last 2 days, there's been a new zone. Let's go with armor. There's been a new zone that, there's been a new zone that basically when you play a card there, it makes 4 copies of it. No, 3 copies of it. It fills the zone, the location, with copies of that card once you play it. So what people have found out, and what I've been doing, is that one thing you can do is that there's a 1-drop that that like moves, that can move after you play it, right? So you play one of those. It's a Nightcrawler. You play one of those, it fills the whole thing up, and then you move one of them out, and then you replace it with a enemy, a guy that gives your enemies like +1 attack, right? Your enemies, your guys, your good guys. It buffs every other unit, basically. And then what you do is you move out the other 3 guys and free up those 3 slots, and then you play a card on 6 that doubles the effect of every ongoing effect. And turns out when you have 3 of it, that actually increases it by an order of magnitude because each of the ongoing effects doubles the other ongoing effects. So as a result, you end up with locations at like 2,000 power. Power? The number is up to 2,000 on each location that you have like a guy that's being increased stat-wise, and that's a ton. You never see stuff like that normally. In fact, it's a little glitchy whenever that happens. Like the number's sort of going off screen. It doesn't quite know what to do about a number that high, honestly, but It's good. Whenever you pull that on someone, they just have to be like, oh fuck. But of course, it does require a lot of very specific draws to make that happen, and also very specific random zones have to be in play for that to happen. So it's not like it's not like the worst thing in the world, and you could just keep an eye out for this deck. And if you see someone doing it, go like, nope, we're out. Or have some sort of counterplay for if they do it. Like, there is a card that disables all ongoing effects in an area, and if you were to just do that, it would mess up the play. That said, it does happen on reveal, so you can't... If you do it too soon, maybe they could adapt. There's a lot of... Let's get the King Bible. There's a lot of strategy and depth and randomness, and... It's like they learned all the right lessons from Hearthstone, and I think they're succeeding in making a live game that is like constantly giving you something new. I think that's key with a live game. You know, it has to give you something new to chew on every so often, and it seems like, yeah, just by the way that hot locations happen. Every Sunday you'll get something to process, something to figure out, a new game to solve, and you know, by Sunday, the end of day Sunday, you'll probably have a pretty good idea of how to do it right. Is the hitbox just at my feet? Seems like I was able to walk out of that scenario, thread the needle there. Oh, there's a lot of skeletons. Oh, God. How long have we been going? About an hour? Cool. Oh, shit. Yeah. That just happened. How long were we going? For like 11 minutes? The fire rod... Well, it was a higher level, but it was the MVP for that match. The King Bible didn't get much time to shine, but it did an okay job. I'm sure if we had upgraded it, it would have done. Okay, let's power up. It looks like we still have this stuff, so I guess what it is, these are just permanent upgrades, huh? Ooh. Regenerating health. Yeah, let's get that. Let's get max health. Use weapons faster. I can't afford it. I don't think I can afford anything right now. I'm spent. Okay. You know, speaking of the YouTube, I've been working on getting all the VODs archived to the YouTube channel. And I have now gotten everything up to... There's just 2 streams left right now. Well, 3 including this one. And I'll probably get those up tomorrow, except for this one, of course. I'm affiliate, so 24 hours have to pass before I upload this one. But I think tomorrow I'll be as caught up as I can. And over the weekend, I would expect the videos from today and tomorrow to get uploaded. So the YouTube will be in real time shortly, which I'm really looking forward to, because I've been putting them up, you know, a couple at a time, and that is a lot to do, it turns out. Looking forward to getting that to get there. Oh shit, I can unlock new characters, and these characters have different weapons. Well, I like this. Oh, that's 550. What is that? Let me try that. I want to try this. I don't think I've used this weapon. Let me get another card to talk about. Did you hear about Laid Back Camp movie? Confirmed streaming for Crunchyroll. That is good fucking news. I love Crunchyroll. Well, I shouldn't say. That's maybe a little strong. Crunchyroll is a service that I have. And that means I don't have to go to a theater or pay attention to, like, when it's airing in theaters to go to, it'll just come out. Oh, this is... I don't know about this weapon. It's like opposite or something? Is it like tangential to like the direction? No, kind of seems like it's in a random direction. I am not so sure about this weapon, y'all. Rune Tracer. It doesn't say what it does, how it works. Fuck it, let's do a whip. Let's role play. Role playing a magic caster. Anyway, I really love Laid Back Camp, one of my favorite animes of all time. I think I was asked the other day, I think Shag, you asked what my favorite animes were. I think Laid Back Camp is favorite ongoing animes are. I think Laid Back Camp is easily one of the 5. That one's really a lock. We're gonna use a Bible, as is what every magic caster uses. I wonder if they're working on this for like phone. I feel like this game would be pretty playable on a phone. I mean, it's just moving around, right? So you could like drag your guy around, or you could like use a virtual stick or something. That I think would be very plausible. I guess the only trouble is that a phone screen might be small, where it'd be hard to follow the action. Double level up here. Get another King Bible going. Very good. I guess because the enemies don't scale with damage, they scale with time. We gotta be, like, keeping up, right? We need to level up fast, such that we get the good stuff when we do. One thing about this Runecaster that does seem... Oh, jeez! Does seem good is it does cut through, like, enemies, so that if there's, like, a whole swarm of them, it'll leave a bunch of stuff. Magic wand. We're full on magic here. We're the magic caster. Right? I wonder if we'll get a choice that like requires us to take something that doesn't fit our thing. Get more damage. I guess there is a question of like, does spinach fit the... Spinach is more of a Popeye thing, not really a mage thing. You really get better at using the Bible if you eat some spinach? I guess. I guess that makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. I was trying there. I was really trying, but... No, that's... Okay, let's... Tanta water, or should we save it for a bit? Let's get Rune Tracer level 2. Oh, it does bounce off the edge of the screen, so I guess you could manipulate it a little bit by, like, moving the edge of the screen around. There's some nuance here to some of these weapons that take some time to parse. Ooh, we gotta get that. The magic one. Got another magic wand. Okay. Ooh. Another rune tracer, I guess. Very good. Good. Look at all those gems. I want those. You know, they're eventually going to come up with a console version of this, right? You like the Rain Tracer? I'll say it's doing a good job. At high levels, it's insane. Yeah, I guess when there's like huge fuck-off hordes, like that'll just cut a line right through them, right? Good armor. And if you can cut a line right through a horde, maybe you can, like, you know, walk through the line. And maybe it does upgrade really good as well. Jeez, I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a console version of this, right? I hope they have a way to like transfer save data, because I do find like playing on console to be a lot more convenient for this sort of game, and you know, with this game being so pick up and play, it would be great on Nintendo Switch. So I hope they have they said anything about like save transfer or like syncing stuff? That'd be lovely if so. I guess that also is contingent on the versions being up to date, you know, having the same stuff in them. Otherwise, your save might not fly. Garlic. Damages nearby enemies. Ooh, but Rune Tracer. You know what? I want to get Garlic. I want to get Garlic now while I have it. But next Rune Tracer is going to be really good. We're just a stinky mage. You know, just with the smell of garlic and casting fireballs and books and all that left and right. Oh shit, that recovered like most of our health. That's a good chicken. I need that chest. Need that chest real bad. I guess I don't need it real bad. I just really would like it. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Let's see. Give me King Bible. Sure, we've only gotten one for the last couple of them. Last couple of chests. More projectiles. Let's go. Oh, wow. It's 2 at once, even. It's like really quick, like. That's cool. Nice. Whip is probably like the strongest to start with. You know, it has like a really wide range. And also, it's just immediately good at dealing with enemies. But I could definitely see like the Rain Tracer scaling really well. Is this the run? I wonder. Let's see. Let's see here. There's another bat. Oh, shit. I was able to get that chest like right away. One. We got some garlic. What'd the garlic do? Base area up and some damage up as well. Yeah, that's a pretty big area now. Let's see. We want the raid. Is that a bigger bat? Looks like a bigger bat. Okay, this bat closing. These bats are tough. These bats right here. They're tough mothers. See another card. Did you hear that Elon Musk has bought Twitter? Oh no. Yeah, that happened. Happened today. No one's happy about that. He has promised to do things such as big layoffs. He has also promised to try to turn Twitter into WhatsApp. He has like a weird plan that he like tweeted about at one point, being like, oh yeah, well, we're gonna fold up Twitter into a service that I haven't made yet, but it'll be like WhatsApp but for America. I gotta say, like, man, that's a bad plan. That plan sucks. People in America don't use WhatsApp, and people who use WhatsApp, I don't see them converting to Twitter just because it, like, just because you, like, make it do the same stuff WhatsApp does. A thing I will say, I will always say about, like, social media services, right? Is that people use social media services for the service that it is, right? You don't use Instagram to be TikTok, right? Like, no one gets on Instagram and says, like, I want this to be TikTok. If they wanted TikTok, they would use TikTok. So, like, Instagram trying to be TikTok is like misguided. God damn. That was a good run. And as such, so is trying to be Twitter trying to be WhatsApp. Just won't work. Just will never happen. And like, the best we can hope for is that Elon Musk tries some stuff, the value of Twitter goes down, and he sells it to someone else. Not a good situation, though. I feel bad for the folks that are about to get laid off over there because fucking Elon Musk paid too much money for a very popular social media platform, and now he has to make some of that up by not spending so much money. What's the thing that we like here? Let me see. I think there was something that I had my eye on last time. Speed. Okay, so let's guess. Wait. Move speed, magnets. Wasn't there something that I was looking at? There's one more projectile, all weapons? Holy shit. That's expensive, though. Wow. That's also expensive, reviving. You get like a Hades like revive. I think I'd rather have the extra weapon than the revive. So I don't, one thing you could do obviously is you could get to the point where you can afford like this and refund everything else. fact, I'll see how much I have. I can't afford everything yet. I can't afford this yet, but I'm actually closer than you'd think. Let's see. Health, recovery, projectile speed, cooldown. Oh, yeah, let's get this. That's nearly as good. Faster cooldowns. In fact, oh, can't afford. How about, okay, I have to spend, like, all my stuff on faster cooldowns if I want it, which, okay, I think I will. That sounds good. Let's try this witch. This fire witch. Oh, also, I guess you can't refund these purchases if you were to be so inclined. Also, wait, I should look at these effects. Projectiles get 10% faster every 5 levels. Wow, okay, that was a cool effect. I guess that it does behoove you to get more projectiles as this character. Gains more experience every such and such levels. Gains this much more damage. Cool. That's cool. Let's try this character. Right. Oh, tired. Okay. A while since we had the whip. Let's go with the whip. This girl, she uses the whip. We can only hope that Twitter doesn't, like, self-destruct entirely. You know. But I'll say I'm not, like, super optimistic or anything. It is funny that Twitter, the company, made Elon Musk buy them. But it's not so funny for the people that actually work for Twitter who are going to get laid off as a result. That sucks that like... That sucks that your company was... Someone was made to buy your company just due to legal reasons, and now you're out of a job because of that. Fucked up. I think they were saying like up to 70% layoffs, which... I say they, I mean he. The one guy who's doing all the layoffs. The bastard man. Elon Musk. If you had Twitter, what would you do? I mean, I guess I would stay the course, pretty much. But then again, I'm not like a Fortune 500 type, you know? So long as something is sustainable and is like doing okay, I would definitely hew on the side of like, you don't want to ruin a good thing. And also, you know, if you play your cards right, Twitter will be like monumentally important for the next 100 years of history, right? Like I could see, you know, there's a future where just like everyone has a Twitter for like 100 years or so, and it just becomes like a staple of life. Then again, I guess like Facebook is out there slowly dying. So, and like among a whole generation of people, Facebook is like not even a thing. Like I'll say like Facebook was never something that I liked. Ooh, lightning ring. Facebook was never something that I was into. What was that? Something fall over here? Oh, that's the lightning. So, like, I guess you could see Twitter going the way of Facebook, which, you know, I guess there are worse ways to go. I mean, Facebook is still worth billions of dollars, but I don't know, like, how relevant it'll be in, like, 50 years when all the people that use it are no more. No? Like, I don't think there's any getting past that, like, no one under the age of, like, 50 would ever want to sign up for Facebook or even, like, reactivate a Facebook account. Like, there's no getting past that. Your only chance, if you're Facebook, is to, like, drive for signups in countries that don't have that perception yet. You know, like, developing countries and also just, like, you know, just other regions. And I think that is how, you know, Facebook has been continuing to grow over the last, you know, period. Over the last, like, 10, 20 years, like, all this time, Facebook has been, like, a non-thing among, like, my generation, among people who are below 40, I'll say. No, below 50, But, you know, if you go outside that market, maybe there's countries where that perception isn't there. But that's not going to do you that much good, I think. Vampire Survivors is pretty fucking good, huh? I think that's what we found out here tonight. We should... I'll say this. Next run. The run after this one will be the last Vampire Survivors run of this stream. And maybe we'll check out some other games on GamePass after that. But that'll be the end of Vampire Survivors. This run, and then another one after that. Unless this run were to finish. If I were to finish, which, by the way, let me see. Vampire Survivors run length. Oh yeah, I guess it is. I guess you do have to survive 30 minutes. Oh, okay. I did think it was 15. All right then. That's no problem. Let's go with Magic Rod. I've been using the Fire Rod a lot recently. And let's mix it up. Let's do something new. This run and the next, unless we were to finish. Which, I'll say fat chance. You know, I'm betting we need to, like, actually like rank up before that'll be feasible. You know, actually going for the gold. Don't know if I love the axe. By the way, do you get new weapons as you, like, level up and stuff? I assume we haven't seen nearly everything. I assume there's a bunch of weapons that we have yet to find out there in the world. Get more knives. That mantis is tough. I've been attacking him for like a minute and he's just holding strong. Are mantises like... Should I be fucking with mantises, or are they just like basically invulnerable or something? I would guess that nothing is basically invulnerable, that I just have to do enough damage and I'll do it. Let's get this bracer, that sounds fun. Extra projectile speed. Walk this way. Everyone's really tough right now. Enemies are just like taking a ton of damage, a ton of punishment. All right, let's walk over here. I wonder if we should be looking for softer enemies to, like, get gems off. Or if we should be fucking with this huge horde. This huge horde seems tough as fuck. I've been wailing in them for like, minutes, and barely any have died. Oh crap, that bat. Those bats got me. Base speed? Oh, that's just my speed. That'll help me avoid these bats. Big chest, let's go, let's go. It's been a while since I've seen a chest with, like, more than one thing in it. Dang. I am really low. Be on the lookout for chicken, I suppose. Oh, that's a wall. Chicken! Look at all those gems. I want them. Wade in and get them. That might have not been worth it. I took a bit of damage getting those gems. Chicken. Chicken. I need that chicken. Yes. Another bat. Another blue bat. There's also a white bat. Crown? It's a little late for crown, I feel like. Let's get damage. More knives. Dang it. Oh. Oh, God. The whip was the MVP there by a good margin. A healthy margin, even though it was the same level as the magic wand. Worth noting. Let me see if I can power anything up. No, not that yet. Let's get... I kind of like going with those two, actually. And we'll get recovery as well. 2 recoveries. I think that's good. Wait, I can afford more. Just of specific things. Okay, what can I afford? Greed. Yeah, sure, let's get that. Let's go with this guy again. Last run, and then we'll do something else for a bit. This game is fun, but I am drained. I'll tell you after like what's it, an hour and a half of runs of it. I'm feeling quite drained and quite tired. Maybe something more low key for the next game. We'll give the Santa water another chance. It seems to, like, drop right in front of you where you're aiming. Maybe not. Doesn't really look like. There it goes. Okay, got some damage done there. I think so far of the items I've seen, do the axe again. We're going for a Belmont thing here, a Belmont theme. So let's go with axes. Let's go with whips. Let's go with holy water. We're Belmonting here. Okay, double, more axes. Okay, cool. Yes. Come on, multiple. Let's go multiple. Another axe. I'll take it. What does it do at this level? More damage. Well, we gotta get the whip. Just double whip is just so indispensable. Like, I think it's worth not taking the Bible immediately. I need to be more careful. I'm getting hits. Okay. These are both really good. Let's go with double Santa water. Just realized we have been walking through the Santa water. If it is bath water, then that's a whole thing. Okay, yeah, get the King Bible now. We are pretty Belmonty. We got axes, we got Bibles, we got holy water. We got Santa water, I mean. We got Santa bath water. We got the good book. We got the good axe and the good whip. Got the double Bible. That'd be funny if, like, a preacher, right? You know, like a holy man, right? They probably don't have two Bibles on them. Or do you think they do? Because, you know, maybe they might run into someone and be like, and then for them to be like, oh, I don't have a Bible, and the holy man says, ah, you can take mine. I have a spare. You think that's how it works? Otherwise, why would you have two of them? You can only read one. Unless you're maybe reading two of them at once and, like, comparing, like, you know, referencing two pages from, like, different parts of the book. Wonder about stuff like that. Empty tome. Weapon cooldown reduced. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Speed up the attacks a bit. And again, this is the last run of Vampire Survivors, but maybe we'll do something else after this. More whip. More whip. Okay. Racer, magic wand. I'm not. Nah, that's not it. We want more King Bible. I wonder if like the main thing you need to do right now is just get a currency and get more like static upgrades, right? Like the more static upgrades you got, the more easier the easier each one would get, right? So maybe like the key is to just level that stuff up and be able to like have a lot of that to fall back on. Yeah, movement speed, that's what we need. Can you kill a praying mantis? Honest question. Oh, you can. It gives you a chest. Nice. Yeah, I was wondering if it would be something good. If you get something good for that. That first run was wild. I guess, you know, after like a half dozen other runs, I think I've gotten like one. I think I've gotten no other chest that had like more than one thing in it. Whereas that first run, I got 3 and I got 5. What luck was that? I mean, what was up with that luck? I know what luck it was. It was quite good luck. Having trouble seeing straight. Ow. Just like getting all disoriented and shit. Oh, should I? Maybe for Vampire Survivors, I see that the like weapons and stuff is in the upper right or the upper left. Maybe I should move myself to the lower left if I were to continue, if I were to do this again. I will say, by the way, I noticed I was looking through the VODs of Grab by the Ghoulies streams, and I just realized that the in Grab by the Ghoulies, there's like objectives for each room, and those objectives appear in the upper left corner. I didn't realize that was covered up, so if you were watching those streams and wondered like, how does he know what the condition is for this level, it was hidden. It was behind me. There's like an icon that appears that indicates like conditions you have to obey. More Santa water, I think. I guess I need to be more cognizant of stuff like that, you know, and think more critically about like what corner of the screen I'm in, and what y'all can't see that I can see. If I was playing off the preview monitor, I guess that would be like, I'd have no choice about it, but it also has latency, so I don't do that. It's not look good. Oh. Oh. 7.5. That first run was like the best one, I think, overall. The axe was the MVP there, despite not having the highest level. The whip was the highest level, but the axe was doing more business. The Bible was doing pretty good. The Santa water actually wasn't doing that hot. I did think the Santa water was doing some stuff, but I guess the problem is consistency. It's not always doing stuff. Sometimes it misses entirely, and that's a little bit wasted. It also was the lowest level of the bunch, except for the axe, of course, which was the MVP. Go figure. Anyway, let's let's do something else for a bit. Let me go over. I've done previous streams where I would do like a Game Pass night where I'd play a bunch of Game Pass games, and that was one such Game Pass game. Let's play a different Game Pass game. I'm gonna bring up the Xbox now. I'm trying to hit the button on my switcher so it'll switch over. There it goes. Let me turn on the Xbox. I need to turn off the volume. All right. Let me grab my thing. Thank you for watching me check out Vampire Survivors. It turns out it's really good. It's compelling, it's harrowing, and it's very easy to get wrapped up in. I guess this is what people have been saying for months and months, but I had to see it for myself to believe it. Let me see before I go if I have enough to do anything yet. Let me refund everything. Nope, I'm still pretty much short of the stuff I want to buy, which would be like this extra projectile per weapon. So I'll just get a bunch of recovery, and let's see, I'll get something else. We'll get some extra gold. That's good. All right, folks, I'm going to X out this, and then I'm going to pull up the Xbox. And here it is. It's the Xbox. That's fast switch over this time. I've downloaded a couple of games that are from Game Pass, like Persona 5 Royale. I'll say, I do not intend to start Persona 5 Royale tonight, but I definitely want to stream all of Persona 5 Royale, if possible, sometime in the next, let's say a couple months. Maybe I'll start that like the week after the anniversary stream. Hardspace Shipbreaker. Heard good things about that. Maybe that'd be a good mellow game. I saw this game and I didn't know what it was. SpiderHeck. Maybe a less mellow game. Let's see, any of these other ones that I haven't played before that are Game Pass. This one was Game Pass and isn't anymore. Let me get rid of it. Monster Train. We could try Monster Train. Let's see. Ooh, Bloodroots is no longer Game Pass. Didn't finish Bloodroots. Ah, well. I'd never tried that. It's no longer Game Pass. Let's see. Is anything else no longer Game Pass that I no longer have access to as a result? No, not really. Well, I think those are basically our options. There was something called Midnight Fight Express. I have no idea what it is, but I'm thinking let's Hardspace Shipbreak for a bit, and then we'll maybe see what the fuck SpiderHeck is. I am also tempted to maybe do what if we started in on Persona 5. Nah, we should save that. I think make that its own stream. And also I have played Persona 5, it's just I haven't played Persona 5 Royale, which is like a enhanced port. I'm going to go ahead and change the title and the thing. Game Pass games. Hard Space Shipbreaker. Mini Game Pass night. That's what we'll call it. Mini Game Pass night. Whoops, I gotta change the category. Hard space. Hard space. Shipbreakers. Okay. Let's see what this game is about. Hard space shipbreaker. From what I understand, you just sort of break down a spaceship in zero gravity. Sort of the exact opposites of Devil Survivors. This is going to be a very mellow game with some good labor politics. Apparently, there's a lot of space capitalism at work, and you are trying to form a union or something. That's what I heard about it. That's what I've heard about it. Hard space shipbreaker. How's the volume, by the way? Let me test. Let me check that. Seems good. Okay, let's see. You want to do an Opa shift or a standard? Let's do standard. This is normal. You gotta do the normal. Alright. Humankind has industrialized the solar system. Earth has deteriorated into a place of squalor and decay. In orbit, a new breed of worker has emerged. The shipbreaker. The labor is super dangerous. But for a select few, the hazard pay is worth the risk. Okay, time is money. And I think we might have a limit of oxygen that we have to, re-up now and again. I can read the news, okay, there's a food shortage. New green contamination concerns. Okay. We've been accepted into the Pave the Way to the Galaxy program. This selection was based on above average physical and cognitive ability. We were assigned to Salvage Station 42, Oregon. Now, let me check this. How's it sound right now? I think this is a little hot, the volume. Take it down like a whole healthy helping. Okay, I think that sounds good. Upon signing this form, you are please proceed to the shuttle hub. Transport to the work site. Okay. Okay, let's enter our name. Let's enter my name, specifically. Right. What's this? Guess that one. Standard, please, and... What? Vegetarian, plastic-free... Plastic-free meal preference? Entomotarian. Is that like fetus food? Is that what that image represents? Like, it's sort of... I don't know what that is. I'm gonna say plastic-free. I want no plastic in my food. Thank you. Oh. Let's see. I have no criminal record or Terran or Martian zones. A record in the Jovian frontier is acceptable. Yeah. I am not a member of, nor have I associated with, a workers' union or other labor interests. Yeah. I completed my average annual medical exam and been cleared of having McCullough's lung. Yeah. I have no commercial or real estate interest on Luna, in the asteroid belt, or in the nation state of Arizona. It's a funny how specific that is. I will bring a positive attitude and problem-solving mindset to work every day. I understand and accept the health risk associated with long-term exposure to Van der Waals field. I will vote for Chancellor Chun Zhang in the Pan American Senate election. Okay, let's see. Let's sort of... Hang on, I'm gonna replace these batteries. Ugh. I know that. Okay. There we go. They must travel to a Lynx shuttle hub for transit no more than 12 hours after. Though it might have physical or mental harm while en route to the shuttle helm is not covered by Lynx, though it might have effect in your employment eligibility. Employers' physical and mental fitness will be reassessed before boarding the shuttle. Fares or costs associated with this, or from transit from the employee's home to the shuttle hub, are not reimbursed. Employees should be aware that the status of their employment is at the sole discretion. Yeah, pretty standard. That's not really out of the... Similar to how it would be now. The profits from the salvage... Okay, look, the agreement's enrollment to accommodate costs associated with employee onboarding, as well as the current costs associated with performance of the role. A full breakdown of these will be provided to the employee following onboarding at the worksite. Until such time as the employee has repaid in full, the profits from salvage activities will automatically go towards the balance at the following percent, 100%. That is a percent, it's true. So all my money is going to go to repaying my load. It's sort of some indentured type shit. Employees hereby grants Lynx sole operating authority of the employee's existing financial accounts in order to facilitate their participation in the Lynx Employment Financial Relief Program. Opening additional financial accounts is prohibitive and might result in performance demerits, penalties, or termination. How much is there? Oh, wow, there's a lot. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're not gonna read all that, but we could if we wanted to. This company is doing some stuff. I wonder. There must be some ridiculous stuff like mixed into there, like stuff that would not happen in a modern Earth company, you know, from Earth.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard.
You got some Serenity, StarCraft, Terran type shit. Country music in space.
To return my daddy to those he loves.
It's a fun combination.
If there comes a time when he and death meet.
What was the first thing that put country music and science fiction together? There must be a first. There must be a first place where that like first occurred, right? The first time that someone said like, "Oh shit, we'll do like it's like a space western." Serenity is what comes to mind, but I know StarCraft 1, I think, predates Serenity, so you know that would be before that, but it can't be that. That can't be where it comes from, or that can't be like the first instance of that. I don't think. So basically, we're cutting up ships and salvaging them. That is the setup. Was I supposed to skip training?
Hello, Cutter 9346-52. Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin.
Okay, good. It looks like we are getting a
important message.
Space, boundless promise, limitless resources, a brighter future. It's here where hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy. I'm Calicia Rye Paulson.
Hello,
President of
Calicia.
Lynx Corporation's Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded Lynx, he foresaw a remarkable opportunity among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the Railgates. Now
Nice.
spanning all the way to Jupiter, these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization.
That's cool.
And
Got
the
like
people
warp
flowing
gates.
through them are its lifeblood. The Railgates reinvigorated humanity and are key to our continued progress.
That's cool.
You've been selected from among thousands of candidates to join the Lynx family. This is more than just a job. It's an opportunity
Oh boy.
to be part of the largest, most successful, and most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny one day. Well, work hard. Heed your superiors.
Heed your
Believe in your
superiors!
vision. Do this, and you too will have more
Fuck.
chance. Your first step is to join our EverWork program, the greatest gift we give our employees, turning death into an ongoing opportunity for
What?
learning and growth.
What?
With
Oh.
Lynx, death is a fresh start. Good luck.
Basically, they'll revive you if you die. Yes, I want a fresh start.
Video observation complete. To finalize onboarding, your genetic sequence will now be extracted for use with the Lynx EverWork Asset Replacement Program. Don't worry, pain levels during extraction are largely tolerable.
Oh boy.
Please note, as outlined in Section 31 of your employment agreement, the process of genetic extraction will destroy your original body. Beginning extraction now.
It'll destroy your original body? Oh, jeez.
Extraction analysis and backup complete. Thank you. Beginning spare generation.
Didn't sound like I was so destroyed. I guess I was destroyed. Oh. It is now safe to die. Shipbreakers are responsible for the cost of biomaterials used in the EverWork process, and additional fees required for deaths that occur outside of working hours. That is some fun dystopian stuff. It is true that, like, I guess being able to not die is a pretty big perk, but also, you know, you're free, you know, you're alive to work. You must continue working to pay off the debt you have incurred from not dying. What's like the biggest lifeguard genetic backup storage, I think, is the biggest cost there. Also, biomaterial refrigeration equipment setup. The entertainment slash library. No, that's actually pretty cheap. That's $59.99. The immigration duty fee. That's a pretty big one as well. Display of fees report is only $7. That's the cheapest thing. The administration fee is also relatively affordable, just $500. Let's see. Salvage rights, including notary, is $1,400,000. Delousing. There's a lot of stuff there. Seat selection fee. Yeah, we are, let's see, 1,000, million, $1 billion in the hole. That's not good. Let's just relax. We don't have to avoid any vampires here. Wait. I'm thinking back to Vampire Survivors. In Vampire Survivors? I don't think I saw any vampires. Or vampires like the final enemy in that game or something? Or are you a vampire? Oh, maybe the bats are vampires. Maybe the bats are vampires. There were bats in Vampire Survivors. That would make sense.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52.
Hey.
All the team at Lynx would like to wish you a happy and productive day.
Thank you. Let's see. New ship access. Mackerel station hopper and mackerel light cargo. That's the most common ship in the model in the colonies. Light cargo model is used for civilian cargo and may contain a wide variety of objects. The station hopper transport is outfitted with ad terminals. Electrical safety is advised. Our ships are simply the best. Our ships are simply the best. Recent safety reports are wrong. That's a hell of a quote. Let's see. New ship access. Mackerel heavy cargo. It's built to transport heavy industrial goods or hazardous materials. Grapple strength can be upgraded to improve handling of its heavy structural elements. On behalf of my former colleague, Grenda, we apologize for misstating the fuel efficiency of this model. In fact, it is positively adequate for the transport needs of many companies. Okay. Career progression clears, hazard level 2. Okay, so we have to be good enough to deal with hazardous environments. I dubbed the Shipbreaker.
Hey, Cutter.
All right.
Welcome aboard. The name's Weaver. I'm
Hey,
the
Weaver.
foreman for yourself and a couple of other shipbreakers in this region. And welcome to your new home. Has everything you need. This is officially called a ready-made long-term employee habitation something or other. Around here, we just call it your hab. All right, let's start a new shift and pick your first ship to work on.
All right, that sounds good. Let's just look through this real fast. Salvage goals, yada yada. Kiosk. There's a kiosk where we can buy things. We got a pretty good idea of what's going on. Let's see. We can change our decor. Oh, we can live, laugh, salvage. Yeah, that's okay. Decor. Can we have multiple decor signs? Yeah. Let's go with, that's a cool poster. Looks like we can some equipment stuff. I can put a sticker on my stuff. I don't have any stickers. I have one sticker. I don't know where it is, though. Let's start a shift. Let's get in on that. Let's see. Hazard level 2. These are all hazard level 2. I thought we were not clear for... Okay, you know what? Must be hazard level 2 is okay. Let's see. Light cargo. That doesn't sound so bad. Station Harper. This is the least amount of money. What? Below my current rank. What do you mean? What is my current rank? My rank is 3, okay, but I haven't worked on a thing yet, so... Yeah, let's do it. Okay, time is money here.
She's all yours, Cutter. Now try to remember. Nanocarbon goes in the processor. Aluminum goes in the furnace. Try to salvage the entire ship if you can. We call it using the whole buffalo. You'll hit your certs faster that way and start knocking out that debt of yours. Okay. Your primary goal is to get to the next rank.
Okay.
Good luck out there, Cutter. We were out.
So, what goes in the who? Well, let's just, I guess let's just, maybe get the cut. Oh, I shouldn't have skipped the training. Alright, I can see if I hit up on the D-pad, I can get like an analysis view. Okay, here we go. We can pull out a cutter. Float in here. So, I'll admit, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Seems like this bounces. Don't look good. Grapple. Maybe we can just pull off some of these parts. Like force or something. Whoa! You know what? In the first setup parts, there was a part where it was like skip training, and I thought that that was just like part of the EULA part of the game, and I think I accidentally skipped some very important, like teaching you the ropes type business. Whoops. Let me... We gotta... We'll button through, like, the story stuff. Like, progress, I wonder.
Good morning, Cutter 9346-52. Lynx would like to share the following inspirational message. The greatest reward in life is...
Save and quit. Space. Options. do I, like, reset my progress? Because I totally did fuck up here. I'm pretty sure I need to go back and get the tutorialization. Can you do that? It's not like there's files.
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Lynx mandates a maximum.
Hey, Cutter.
There's data collection. Yeah, what happens if I do sign out? Hold delete profile, okay. Okay, there we go. Do standard again. Okay. Let me skip, please. I'm hitting the button, so it's skipping stuff. Also, wow, I noticed now that there's like network time allowed, so I guess in this universe you buy network time. Okay, we did this one standard. We'll do chicken this time. Scroll down. I don't know how we selected skip training last time. I just hit A. I must have just been on it somehow. Maybe like holding down A and like clicking A are different things.
Your automated Lynx onboarding experience will now begin.
Okay.
Please observe this important message.
Space.
Okay. We saw that before. Now free to die. We've been charged a bunch of money for it. Let's get a tutorial so we know what we're doing. Did this game come out this year or like I think it came out of early access this year. Hard ship breakers. Release date. It was released in May 2022 in full. Yep, that means it came out this year. That means it is eligible for Game of the Year. Though,
All right, breathe.
I guess, I'll say that despite the top 5, maybe 6 being really strong this year, I don't think I have a full 10 in mind.
With the first pair. Anyway, welcome aboard.
All right, Weaver.
I'm the foreman for yourself and a couple of other shipbreakers in this region.
Nice.
This here's Morrigan Station. She may not look like much right now, but once we boot her up, she'll purr like a kitten.
All right.
Let's test out your orientation control.
That's
Do
the
me a
moon.
favor and look up at that cargo elevator up above. That's it. So that's where all the salvage gets collected to be picked up by the transfer crew.
Nice.
Just in case you ever turn yourself out of whack, use your roll thrusters to reorient.
It's
All right. Now let's get you flying.
You click the
Activate
sticks to
your
roll.
controls now. Try moving around.
That's an interesting control scheme.
Now vertical control.
All right. A ascends, B descends. Okay.
Looks good. Now, to finalize these movement checks, I need you to fly to these waypoints.
All right. Ah.
myself, you know. Till there was some complications with my
Dang.
last revive. Those are early days in the tech, though, so never you mind about that. Oh, almost forgot the most important thing. Brakes. Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you?
Oh, it's both sticks at once to break. And yeah, he's saying that he like got. I guess he got like they fucked up his revival, so he came back wrong. Wasn't able to work, and that's a problem.
All
Dude looks
right.
nice.
Looks like the bay here was left in a bit of a mess. We're gonna clean this crap up. I'm gonna activate the furnaces. Now. Dang thing. Would you just...
All right, furnaces are on.
There you go. So these furnaces are used to melt down soft metals. Should go without saying. These things are hot as all get out. So, try not to drift into them by accident.
Okay.
Okay. Let's
See
get
it?
a handle on your grapple tool. This fella here is a shipbreaker's bread and butter. This is how we move salvage around. Activate the beam and hold it to grab an object and move it around, if it's not too heavy. Give it a go, and move one of these pieces into either furnace. So, when you're holding an object with the grapple, you can retract the beam. This will pull a light object to you.
Oh.
If it's heavier than you, it'll pull you towards it.
Okay. Grapple reel. Lets me grapple to a thing. Push an object. Push multiple objects. I tell you, I don't quite understand what's going on here with the grapple thing, but gotta grapple beams. Can I like grapple multiple objects together? Let me.
Nice job cleaning up that soft metal scrap cutter. Huh. Let's move on to the bigger nanocarbon chunks now, shall we? You may have already noticed that these are too heavy to move with your grapple.
Yeah, I got that.
I'm enabling your scanner so we can check out their structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up.
Hit the scanner.
This mode of your scanner lets you assess an object's structure. What I want you to focus on right now are these cut points. All right. Controls give me the go-ahead to get you cutting. You got quick access to all your tools through your HUD. Just open up your tool selector and choose the cutting tool. Your cutting tool has two modes. The first one is the stinger. It's designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter? Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move.
Right?
That's how you do it. Okay, let me boot up the processor so you can salvage these. Do me a favor. Look on over at one of them there. Yeah, so I can see if they activate right. Yeah, perfect. Wish me luck here, Cutter. Me and technology ain't always the best of friends. Hey, all right. We're in business. Now swap over to your grapple and toss one of those pieces you separated right in there.
All right, let's do that. Oh, this thing is heavy. Like it's barely moving. Right there's one big
Well,
chunk.
okay. We're almost done getting this bay in shape. Let's go after that large aluminum chunk over there.
Feel like I'm being sucked in.
It's way too heavy to move as is. It's also too dense for your
Well, you don't want to go in there. I just saw there's some danger lines.
46-52. Your vital signs have been lost. Please reboot your monitor.
Okay, we'll reboot. Reason for replacement. Spare replacement notice. The processor is incompatible with organic material. Negligence is a sign of poor character.
All right. Breathe. You okay? Got yourself good there. Don't sweat it. Happens to the best of us. Always good to review your spare replacement form. See how you can avoid future mishaps. Too many spares will rack up the debt, and that's how they get you. Okay, let's get back to work. Weaver out.
Yeah. Where does this go? What's that? Split saw? I guess those things, so long as you get them behind the red line, they'll automatically go on in. Also, will show us, like, I guess, where we ought to go. Okay. Cutter.
Now try changing the angle of the cut. We're in business. I've unlocked the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm going to turn on your salvage indicator so you can track how much work there is left to do. This thing will track how much you salvaged and how much you've lost. For now, let's try and hit that first goal marker. And that's what it's all about, Cutter. The more salvage goals you complete, the closer you'll get to hitting your certification and ranking up.
Right? Go. Now we've cut it into small enough chunks. We can go ahead and send it on in.
Material deposited. Account credit applied.
Great first shift in the yard, Cutter. Let's head on over to your hab and I'll show you the ropes there.
All right.
Come on over back to the master jack. I'll put a marker on it so you can find it easy. When you
Geez,
get there,
you're really slow to
head
move
on
around here.
and we'll get started.
I guess what you want to do is maybe like use your grapple to like pull yourself along. You want to like grapple to something and then use the left.
Helmet damage detected. Avoid severe head trauma by following good helmet maintenance practices.
Okay. Seems like a good idea. Don't want to have to replace our helmet after all. The door. Yeah. Shift over. All right.
New certification level attained.
That's good. Let's break up a ship then, I guess. I don't know. Do some Hardspace shipbreaking.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have 1 incoming transmission waiting.
Okay.
Welcome to your new home, Cutter. Has everything you need.
Yeah.
This is officially called a ready-made long-term employee habitation something or other. Around here, we just call it your hab.
That's nice and
Now,
folksy.
how's about you get yourself some rest? We'll pick up your training in the morning. So sleep tight there, Cutter.
Okay. Turn around to go to sleep. Okay, that's
Good morning, Shipbreaker. Your theta wave levels are high. Please administer to...
Rise and shine, Cutter. Hope you feel well rested. Ready to continue your training? Okay, let's have a look at your employee terminal. Now, let's get caught up on career progression and certification. I've sent you a message with an explanation. Go on and give it a read.
okay. Employee terminal. Messages from shipyard admin. Where's the guys?
Clear as mud? Don't worry, I'm here to walk you through the process. Soon enough, I'm going to introduce you to some of the other shipbreakers. Most of them are willing to help you out, too.
That's nice.
All right, let's start a new shift and pick your first ship to work on.
All
This
right.
screen shows which ships you have access to. Each morning, you can choose to continue working on the ship you got or start a fresh one. Go ahead and claim one, and we'll get to work.
Okay. Let's see. Little Eagle. This looks good. And we know how to cut, and we know how to grab. That should be enough, I guess.
She's all yours, Cutter. Your primary goal is to reach rank 3. Now try
Alright.
to remember, nanocarbon goes in the processor, aluminum goes in the furnace. Try to salvage the entire ship if you can. We call it using the whole buffalo.
Okay.
You'll hit your search faster that way and start knocking out that debt of yours. I'll be observing and giving you any help if you need it. Good luck, Cutter. Weaver out.
Well, let's start cutting. Go into cutting mode. Jeez, I guess they're not gonna tell you like how exactly you get in the first place. Above cut grade. I guess you don't cut. So what then? Do you just like pull? Just like looks like there are like weak points to like cut through, but they're all inside. Wait a minute. Here we go. An entry point. Let's go ahead and take our cutter. How do you switch again? Pen. All right, let's I think it's gonna tell you, yeah, where exactly each thing needs to be deposited. That's handy. I was worried when he said like the two things that I wouldn't remember, but game just tells you, like, hey, deposit this here, deposit that here.
Transferring credits.
Thank you for the credits. Let's start cutting. wonder if this like reflects off shit. Right now, it's always just it's been reflecting like in random directions. I wonder if you can like just beam yourself with it. Would that be a death?
I know these ships look intimidating to scrap at first. Trust me, soon enough, you'll be stripping the huge Gecko-class freighters like nothing. Got my start, salvaging back down Earthside, in the droid scrapping biz. You know what made me come up here? One day, we got a batch of this particular model in. One of them kinds with synthetic skin and everything.
Synthetic skin?
We almost never saw people looking ones like that.
What?
They're always too expensive to manufacture. Seems someone found a warehouse full of them. Mothballed for, 20 years or so. Since the AI ban took effect. Probably bought the whole lot for pennies, thinking they could turn a tidy profit with the salvage. No word of a lie. These things looked exactly like my stepbrother Jed. He even had the same slack-jawed expression. Now, Jed and I wasn't exactly pals or nothing, but all the same, I couldn't bring myself to start smashing that dopey face. And that's when I looked into getting on with Lynx. I tell you what, it's a sight better to cut up something that doesn't look like a family relation. Anyway, I'm running on. I'll clear the channel. Holler if there's anything giving you grief up there, Cutter.
I get it. So they broke down drones and like things that were human sized back on Earth, but he ended up having to break up something that looked like a human, and that didn't sit right. I thought when he said drones, I guess I was picturing like scrapping of ships on the planet, but I guess plants. Weird. Well, there's a space hole. No, I guess that's the entrance that we already made, huh? I wonder, like, we're just taking down a lot of structural supports here. All these parts are gonna be falling apart as a result. Let it cool off. I still got more cards. God of War Ragnarok is in like 2 weeks. That'll be fun. I'll tell you, I wasn't like the biggest fan of the first Ragnarok. I heard recently some people saying it was like this first God of War remake is like one of the greatest games of all time, and like it was a podcast, so it felt really gratifying when like the other host was like, "What? No, it's a good game and I like it, but it's like one of the best." Like, no, it's just very good. I will say, listening to that podcast, what said host's impression was, Mike Mahardy, his impression was like, yeah, it seems good. Seems like pretty similar to the first game. So basically, if you're looking for more of that, it's pretty good. And, that sounds pretty good to me. Sort of interested where it goes next. I think that, obviously in that first game, they didn't go to all the areas. There was a lot of areas that they didn't go to. I think they were even on the map, right? There was like a dimensional travel place where there's just a bunch of places you just can't go because, well, they're not in the game. And I'm curious if this time they managed to get the whole kit and caboodle, they managed to get everything. If so, that'll be pretty good. I feel like it's like it's the old chestnut about a gun on the bookcase, right? The Chekhov's gun. If you show me an area on a map that I can see on the map, I want to go there. And preferably by the end of the game. Alright, well, we have broken a lot here. Let's see if we can grab some of these panels. Hard to aim. There we go.
Deposit accepted for processing.
All right, let's continue cutting this shit up, scrapping it. This is a lot more mellow than Vampire Survivors, let me tell you. It's nice as a change of pace. Playing this, just flying around. And I'm not being pushed. It's like I'm being pushed somewhere. Nature bucket. Just Hardspace Shipbreaking. It's a little GamePass night. Maybe not the longest GamePass night that I've done. But, you know, we'll do some... Maybe another game or two is what I'm thinking. I did a bunch of... to start off, by the way, Trebucket, I did a bunch of... Vampire Survivors, and it turns out that's quite good. I really had a good time vampire surviving. It is a stressful game, but you can really get into. This, on the other hand, is a whole lot more mellow.
Credits awarded.
How's your Thursday going, Trebucket? Can I hit that door? Yes, I can. You just finished the first episode of Odd Taxi. Have you seen that anime? I saw like the first couple episodes. I didn't actually finish it though. Ended up dropping off at a certain point. But yeah, that first episode is sure is impressive. I felt like for me, I would rather. It gets a little bit into like some ongoing plots, and I liked it best when it was like just like aesthetic and mood stuff. All this stuff. Looks like I can't shoot that. You know, I will say I should give it another chance. I know that it's a very popular show. I didn't dislike what I was watching. It's just that I don't know, on a week-to-week basis, sometimes you watch something and you're like, I didn't get what I wanted out of this episode, you know? Whereas, like, watching it like you are, as a backlog thing, you know, you can just, if an episode doesn't have what you want in it, you can just watch the next one and it probably will. So, you know, maybe now that is the case, I would have a better time with it. Laid Back Camp Season 3, that's correct. And also, they announced that they're streaming the movie. They're streaming the movie, the Laid Back Camp movie. Crunchyroll is. Goddamn good news. I can't remember. Have they announced if they're doing the Kaguya movie? I don't know if you've seen Kaguya Love is War. But that's a really good series. Did this spaceship originally have a moonroof? I haven't lost anything, have I? You should watch Kaguya. It's fucking real good. That's one of my top shows of this year, the season 3 of it. The 3rd season. And, you know, one thing about Kaguya that's real good is that it gets fucking better every season so far. Has been better than the last. Has, you know, had higher highs and and some really fucking good stuff. The end of season 3 is one of the best hours of television I've ever seen. Like, holy shit. The end of season 3 is just a hell of a contender for like anime of the year to me. Though I have been watching Bocchi the Rock, and that is also well up there for content as far as like the anime of the year stuff goes. Alright, can I get this off now? Ooh, look at that, it's moving. Alright. Wrong way, wrong way. Okay, come on. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that good? Good. I do eventually. Don't go in.
Processing valuable deposit.
There we go.
Credits transferred.
It's very important you do not go in the processor. There's some sort of magnetic thing going on where you'll get pulled in if you get too close. So don't do that and you won't die. It looks like the antithesis of Vampire Survivors. Yeah, very much the antithesis of Vampire Survivors, though death is about as close as in that game. Time, after all, is money. This one. Alright, I can see 2 more, 3 more places to cut. Oh, what's going on there? That goes into the blue. Come on. There we go.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Okay. Let's see. Where else can we cut in? Okay, yeah, there's 2 more yellows over there. Maybe once we remove those 2, the rest of the the rest of the ship will just fall apart. Right? Oh yeah, it kind of looks like the pieces are just sort of loose now. You know, yeah, as far as like antithesis, yeah. Like if Vampire Survivor is a Dan game, this will make sense to me and Trebucket, by the way. Dan Reichert is who I'm talking about. Then this game is the opposite of that. a Vinny game. Vinny Caravella of Nextlander. Anyone watching later, that is the context there. These panels are just coming off now. Yay! I got a goal. No! Don't go that way. You gotta go the other way. Vampire Survivor. The point is to move around while dodging guys and attacking automatically. This is a lot more precise, a lot more slow, and also you're listening to country music. A lot more mellow. Okay, let's posit it. Doing quite well. All right. Well, bam. Bullet. I still have cards, by the way. Pokemon Scarlet/Violet comes out November 18th, like a month from now. A little less than, I think. Looking forward to checking that out. I'm not sure yet which version I'm getting, but, you know, I'll look at the exclusives and figure out from there. I know there are some people who like to do the Pokemon, like, spoiler free and shit. Couldn't be me. I need to know, like, okay, what are the exclusives? What are these guys gonna evolve into? Like, as far as like the starters go. Need to know all these things before I can make a decision on like which version to get, etc. I know that, you know, it's not exactly hard nowadays to actually get the exclusives. You don't even have to know anyone anymore, because with online trading being what it is, even if there wasn't like plenty of places where you can go to find people, you can just Google. There's like a place where you can set up a trade in game to trade one Pokemon for another Pokemon, and you know, it'll find you someone who will trade whatever for whatever to you. But I like to just play the game normal style, not think about any of those things, and just do it on my own. For that, I feel like I want to catch Pokemon. I don't want to just get them, or even get them in exchange for things. Look at this. It used to be a ship. Now it's just nothing. This might be too heavy.
Processing valuables.
No, not too heavy at all.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
These big frames, they're big, but they're not that bad to deal with. And that looks like it's going in. This needs the furnace. Come on. You might check out Scarlet or Violet.
Valuable object processed. Credits
Okay,
deposited.
please. This needs the furnace, but it is little bit out of control here. You're not sure it'll be up to snuff compared to Legends. I see. Personally, I wasn't really as big into Legends myself. So, like, I'm really just looking for that more traditional type action. You know, for me, it being traditional is a good thing. I want to have just, like, a good mix of traditional stuff and that more open-y, worldy stuff. It's sort of promising. Dealing with these big stuff is pretty unwieldy. How about that? Go. Back. Shit. There we go. As far as, like, what my problems with RCS is, just... Personally, I think that in Pokemon, I like to catch one Pokemon. I don't want to catch, like, 50. I feel like, having to catch, like, 100 of each type, that's too much. I feel like catching a Pokemon is something you do when you enter an area and you see a new Pokemon. And then everyone else is just fodder for your team of murderers. That's how I see things. And that's how I like Pokemon to be. The game going like, oh no, you gotta catch like 100 of these guys. It's just like, I'd rather just feed them to the thing. Just want to catch your main tardy, at least one or two per type. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Catch what you can, and then you know, figure out like, oh, who's gonna be my fire type? Who's gonna be my X type? Who's gonna be my poison type? And how many fighting types can I find that are really good? Because I'll tell you, I like a fighting type. I think, like, if we get these two pieces in, this will be done.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Oh wow, you can just mash X to push with your gun. You don't have to grapple it at all.
Salvage
It's helpful to know.
rewards assigned.
Oh jeez. Don't push myself into the thing. That'd be bad. How about I... Wonder if there's any more structure stuff I can break apart. I can easily cut through this. Let's split it in two. Just like, I don't know if that's hot dog style or hamburger style, actually. Let's see. How do you switch to the cutting mode? Oh, I'm not on the cutter. I'm not on the cutter. That's why. Okay. Let's see. Split it right down the middle where the door is. How about? All right. Now let's stop. And, cut it right here. this side, there's this few beams still holding in place. Is it out of power? Looks like that's already severed. Just need to break this beam. Okay. Is it now in multiple pieces? Let's try grappling. And yeah, it's now in 2 pieces. That's more magic. That kind of looks like it's nearly on. Nope, not quite. Pull it this way. Yeah. Now let's just go ahead and shotgun it in. I think that's in. This side is actually not as big. I think maybe this was the smaller side. Is this the one we cut? Looks a little different. Wasn't the door in like in there? I guess it wasn't. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I think we did it. Yeah, mission accomplished. I think we have scrapped everything that's available. Wonder if you could see, like, on Earth. Was there a big lake there in South America? Also, South America looks a lot less green than I remember it looking. Ooh. Hang on, before we go, let me just go down there real fast and, like, look. Yeah, there's a lot more oceans in South America than I remembered. And also a lot more deserts. And North America, yeah, that's a big bay. Look at that. That's... oof. Oh, jeez. Good stuff did not happen down there. No. There's also, like, kind of weird green spots. I wonder if that's just something messed up going on down there, like a big... like, maybe those, like, the places where the coastline was flooded, maybe it got filled with, like, weird bacteria, fungi, you know, what's the word? Maybe it like weird. What's like the type of fungus that exists at sea? That like maybe like some sort of weird something like that ended up taking over those areas, and that's why they are visible on the thing, because it's just like, yeah, these really shallow seas are just great for certain types of species of like bacteria. They just love it. There's no Florida. Florida's just gone. Damn. And yeah, between like middle of Brazil and this big lake is just a big river. Damn. And I can't quite see Alaska or Antarctica, but yeah, it looks kind of fucked up as well, don't it? I didn't like get too far out, did I? Nah, I'm good. Second, I was wondering if I had like drifted out to where I couldn't come back. That said, there are clones of me ready to go, so if I die, you know, they just reboot a backup and they charge the backup like $1 million to live. So it's not good. That's not the end of the world. All right, that was a successful mission. We shipbroke.
New certification level has been achieved.
Now, I was... Yeah. So, we did about 90 minutes of the first game. Vampire Survivor, about 90 minutes of this. It's not a bad night. Maybe a nice short Game Pass night with only 2 games in it. I am thinking, though, I think we're good. I think we're good on Shipbreaker. I think we have broken a ship. We have gotten the experience. It's not bad. It's kind of mellow. And, it'd go well with a podcast, I think.
Hello, Shipbreaker 9346-52. Links would like
What would you
share
like to
the following
follow?
Inspirational message. Some people dream of great salvage, while other people get up every morning and make it happen.
Inspirational. Let's play a different game. Just for a minute. Just for a bit. I downloaded this game right here. SpiderHeck. I want to know what it is. Let's do that. Maybe the last of the night. Maybe SpiderHeck. Maybe this and maybe one more thing. Let's say. Let's not commit to having SpiderHeck be the last thing, but I want to know what it is. I saw it on Game Pass and I was like, okay, sure. I'll download that. I'll download that. What the fuck? What the fuck, you know? It seems like some sort of game where you play as a spider with a lightsaber, so it sounds kind of cool. Sounds kind of goofy and fun. Tiny Build, I know that brand. I've seen that logo before. Okay, I'm a spider. Okay, I can jump, and then with a second one, I like make a web to. I jump with A, and then I can double jump, and I'll double press, and I'll create a thing. Let's see. Oh, and also it's right. So is there like a single player or like, let me see. Maybe Tears of Heck? I don't know. Where do you start with this? Feels kind of good. Okay. There's like lava over there. There's the music by whoever that is. Tears of Heck. Okay, we just gotta stand on it. And then, okay, okay, so there's a wave-based thing here. Well, I'll say this, it feels good. I don't know what I'm doing yet, though. Where can I find a weapon? When do I get a weapon? Where do I get a weapon? Has sort of a loose thing to it, and like the zipping around with the webs feels fun. Cool. Do I get weapons somewhere? Like, what? I feel like I need a weapon. Okay, let's return to lobby. you like choose a weapon, maybe in customization. Oh, there's pickup and recall on different shoulder buttons. And I can change the color and add like a cone head. Sure. Yellow's good. Maybe a quick game. Okay. So this is some online stuff. Okay. How do you play this? Oh, there's a weapon. Okay, aim with the stick. Oh, I dropped my gun. Hell, I seem to be in the... Am I in the lead? Yes, I am. The other guy fell into the lava. How is that guy... How do you bring out a laser sword? Okay, I really would like a laser sword. Well, I shot him. This seems like a goofy, reasonably fun, like, duck game type chaos type thing. And like, whoa, that was some fucking... That was some latency. Holy shit. Oh, God. Okay, you can get blown up at your own stuff. I will say I thought, just looking at the GamePass description, that there was more of a single player mode in this. Maybe that's just like the Tears of Heck thing it was referring to. I get the impression now it is primarily... Oh, I got a laser sword. Why is it not moving? I got a laser sword, but oh god. Latency is very bad. Oh god. I'm hitting the A button. Oh god. I'm over on the left, I think. Okay, I'm moving around now. It's working. Hey, that was kind of cool. That bounces off stuff. What is this doing? That's some sort of explosive. But I think I won that one. Ooh. Fucking Darth Maul. I think I won that one. Draw, okay. I did die second, though. I got the achievement Friendship. I guess that's what you get for a draw. Must be very good friends with someone. That's another draw. I don't know what the fuck we're playing to. Hey, look at that. I'm not usually that good with grenades, but that worked out very well. Oh, he blew himself up. We're tied. It's a tie game. Dang it. Wonder what this goes to. I don't know how you throw your thing. Okay, it goes to 10. It goes to 10. Hexagon. One comment I have is that maybe you should make it so that... Ooh. What? The other person won. That was some latency right at the end. That seems okay. How about something else? Let me see if I have anything else I can check out for like a minute. That seems like okay, a pretty good one of those. God, I Persona 5 Real. Maybe sometime in November we'll start that. I want to play that again. But not tonight. No. Monster Train. We could do Monster Train. Let me see a little bit of what Monster Train is. Tell you what. I've been curious about that. Sounds like it's sort of like a Slay the Spire. Oh, also, maybe the volume on that was not very high. Come to think of it, that wasn't... The volume on that was... I did adjust for Shipbreakers. Brought down a good deal. Let me bring that back up. Let me test.
Hell, our home. Frozen when heaven extinguished the pyre. One spark is enough to reignite a revolution.
I think that's good. I have a new thing where I can play some audio. I can use that to calibrate the sound. Let me know if I'm off.
Drives the heart of our engine.
Monster Train. Let's see what's up with this. I think this is like a Slay the Spire type thing. Let's just do a standard run and see what's up. And then we'll end after this. A nice little Game Pass night, mostly with Shipbreaker and well, Vampire Survivor and Shipbreaker, but also a couple other games just want to have a quick look at. Okay, let's see what's up with this. We're in a tower. And we're playing units. We can play this guy. Huh. Huh. This is almost like a tower defense type thing. But with, this is almost like tower defense. I probably shouldn't have doubled them up like that. If I put a train steward, 2 train stewards here. Also, I could totally, whoops, restore my enemies if I want. Combat will continue until you or he is defeated. Get rid of that guy. And you guys are fine. Does that mean that... Oh, geez. Sure enough, that means that they just... Okay, so the engine will... Oh, wow. Okay. I now understand what this game is, and how it's different from Slay the Spire. Ascend a unit. Okay, Rage gives some damage per attack, but decreases over time. Deal 5 damage to enemy units. Sure. Allied Clan Pack? Eh? What does that mean? Deal 5 damage. Yeah, sure, we'll do this. That looks good. Okay, let's see. Forgotten bonus. Gain an awoken unit. Forge your units to gain new powers. Forge your spells to gain... Do this. Do this one. Do gain an awakened unit. Multi-strike. Triggered when damaged. Revenge, gain 1... Oh. Okay. Sure, we can do that. Create a unit with endless. So if it dies, you can replay it. Upgrade a unit with rage. Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing, but where's the guy who is like our tank? Wait, did the die? Wait, is this permanent? Is this set up where if one dies, it dies? If it dies, it dies? Well, shit. It is a roguelike, I suppose. Or not roguelike, maybe the wrong word. No, it is run-based. It is sort of in that category. Okay. So we have 3 to work with. And we get combat previews. Okay. And this is deck builder style, right? Where... Alright. You've heard good things about Monster Train? Gotcha. Yeah, me too. I've heard good things. I wonder if it's a good idea to, like, build up a bunch of stuff in your front area. Oh, actually, I have no room in this first caboose. So, let me do... Torch. Torch. And I'll restore the health of my guy. I'll say that this has a neat twist on the... This has a neat twist on, like, how Slay the Spire works. With, Okay, so you can only have 2 up here. Just killed that guy. I guess we could be summoning more guys up on thing. Do that. Take care of her. And restore that guy. Want to speed up combat? Sure, go ahead. Yeah, you guys got it. You guys got this. There we go. Not bad. Each battle has a little bit more to it than in Slay the Spire, which is interesting. It is different from Slay the Spire. Good deal. I guess I you know, though it is like in the same genre and the same idea, but like structurally each battle is a lot more of a thing, and a lot more like what if tower defense rather than just like a straight up regular ass fight. Huh. Neat. Let's see. Deal 2x damage in minutes. So like 6. Welder helper. Not bad. Vine. Deal 3 damage and move it to the front. That sounds fun. So if there's like a character that doesn't want to take tanks and shit, you can force it to be in the front. Let's go this way. Merchant of Magic. Upgrade a spell to cost -1. Oh shit, so I can make one of them like free or something. That's pretty cool. How about just a free torch? Torch is always useful. See you, dude. Wait, can you buy... Okay, so... I could also get... Sure, it'll be an extra it'll be an extra good one for free. Awaken units. That seems better. This seems worse. I'm not sure, like, why would you pick this one ever over this one? Maybe, no, 3 times 3 is less than 15. And it has, like, all sorts of fun effects and more health. I guess there is the difference between, like, a tank and a... Oh, wait, it's multi-strike, so it attacks twice. So that is 3 times 3 times 2. So that is 18. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'll grab that one. Okay, what's the deal here? What do you think we are? Deal 2 enemies damage. Oh, let's go stealthy. That sounds good. I like effects like that where you get a bonus if you kill a guy. Daedalus the Professor. Heavily armored creations protect this ex-professor in his quest to safeguard the Seraph and the Wing. Guess that's an enemy. I still got cards. I think I might have one or two more. What decks are y'all running in Marvel Snap? Now, Trebucket, I don't know if you've played any Marvel Snap, but it's really fucking good. I'll tell you what I play in Marvel Snap. I play like the Kazoo deck, which is basically a deck where you play a bunch of little guys, and then you play what is called Khazar, who is a 4-drop that gives all your 1-drops +1 attack. I like to play that you play Blue Marvel if you can, which is a 5-drop that gives everything +1. And then if you can play an Onslaught, Onslaught doubles all ongoing effects and a location. So, you know, so basically that takes it to +2 for each of it. So you're adding +4 to all your 1-drops and +2 to all your everything else, which is usually enough to win you the game, having a lot of stats on a lot of guys. A pretty fun and simple strategy, especially with some locations, which will make that even more powerful. Daedalus is the strongest boss you've faced yet. He moves between floors freely, but can be attacked if you clear out other enemies on that floor. Bomb has triggered. It will explode on its turn. Let me see. It has a damage shield. It'll nullify 1 damage. Okay. This guy does not have enough. We're gonna put in the sapwood. Put that guy behind him. Use our 1 card on that. Whoa, that's too fast. I kind of like to see what happens, actually. Did it get its damage shield back? We'll put 2 of these guys in there. And let's see what happens. What determines who goes first? That's a good question I should have asked. I hope it's us. No, it's not us. I guess they go first and then we follow. All right. Go ahead and do the Molten Imp. Get rid of the bomb as well. All right. Oh, let's do a... Wait, why do I still have mana? Do restore on this guy. Get him up as restored as possible. I also play some decks where you get... Basically, in the game, there's a bunch of, like, 6-drops that have, like, different things that they do. One of which is Onslaught, which, like I said, doubles ongoing abilities. Another one that's really good is Odin, who, like, activates on reveal abilities, which, you know, basically you want to play a bunch of cards that have really strong on reveal effects and make them trigger twice. So if you can make that work, that's great. That said, there is a defense against that. There is a card that disables all on reveal effects at a location. So if you do run into a person running like an Odin deck, there is a defense against it. And personally, when I'm running the Kazoo, that's what I do. I totally run that shit. I seem to have more magic than I once did. Let's armor up this guy right now. And I'll give you a friend. No, you know what? I'll restore your health as well. Uh-oh. I don't know if we're doing well this time. This time it looks like we're not doing as well. I honestly don't know if we should be focused on getting rid of these guys or... Ooh, put that tree there. Yeah. I'll burn that up. And, oh, wait. Sorry, dude. I just put your tank on another floor. Probably he could have used that, couldn't he have done? Oh, I think I know how it works. So you gain flame every... Oh! I see how it works. That tree, Honor of Hand, is gaining me mana to spend. Oh! That's why I have so much mana, because of that tree. Okay, let's go ahead and do some restores on my tree. Are you guys good? I hope you guys are good. You know it's not playable in the Pyre Chamber, so I might as well just play this guy there. Alright. Alright, so the Pyre Chamber is gonna defend against stuff that just comes its way. Petty theft? Well, whatever. Alright. Good luck, tree. We are getting a lot of mana for this next turn, I guess, because this guy is just defending repeatedly. And that's pretty cool. Alright. Sting. I also got a few other decks, like a discard deck and also a deck that has a bunch of big guys, and my goal is to just, like, either, you know, play to the end game and get out some big guys and win that way, or I have a card in there that, like, summons a random character from my deck, so I can use that to maybe cheat out a bigger guy, which is nice. Because I wonder if Flame carries over from turn to turn. It might. It might be done. Yeah, see ya, Stuart. Oh, not even an opportunity to play cards this time. Well, we still won. Despite taking that damage. I guess that is a thing of this. Your crystal will defend off, and even if you don't necessarily take care of everything, it will push your guys off. It'll finish the fight. And how much it has to fight is just dependent on, like, how well or poorly you do it. Consume, apply quick. Oh wow, that's nice. We'll get that. And we can afford that with, like, how we're using the tree. Choose an enhancement. It's gonna be a summon in a floor with a more capacity. Yeah, give me more capacity. That sounds good. All right, I think maybe that's good for now. I think that was a good little look at Monster Train. I think I got a good idea of what it is, and I think that is a good night of streaming. We checked out several games. We checked out Vampire Survivor. We checked out Hardspace Shipbreakers. And then checked out a little bit of SpiderHeck and Monster Train just to round it out. I think I'm going to send you somewhere. Let me see who's online. I'm thinking Abacast is playing Dr. Mario. That's interesting. I don't think he usually plays that. Let's you know what? I'm seeing Birdie V is playing Sonic the Hedgehog. That sounds fun to me. I'm gonna go ahead and send you over to Birdie V. Yeah, this is Sonic she's playing Sonic Adventure. Maybe she's playing a bunch of different Sonic games. Unsure. But I see Froggy. We're in for a good time, folks. Alright, Birdie V. Let me type that in real good and proper. Yeah, we like Sonic Adventure. We like Big the Cat. Let's that raid. Birdie. B-E-E. Okay. There we go. Folks, thanks for coming by. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed seeing those 4 games. I enjoyed, I think, of them. Vampire Survivors is the most cool. I did eventually get into Hardship Breakers, but it did take a while to get the hang of it. SpiderHeck seems alright for that kind of game. And I think Monster Train is really neat. I probably would play the Slay the Spire though if I wanted to play a game like this. Though there's more to it than I thought there would be. And I think how it's like almost a tower defense version of Slay the Spire, I think that's rad. I will see y'all. Let me show you when I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central for Mario Maker 2 viewer levels. And maybe more. I might do more tomorrow. I'm not sure. But definitely viewer levels. And next Wednesday, next week, will be the Streamiversary. As a result, there will be no Thursday stream next week. But Streamiversary will have Mario Maker Viewer Worlds, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which, you know, hey, it's like Sonic Adventure, the game we're about to go in on, and also a sub goal for Mario Party and Sonic 2 the movie. Bye, folks.